fuck AI.
When it comes to AI, I'm very much Will Smith at the beginning of iRobot.
Where are you from?
Get the hell out of my face, scanner.
However, this year's big bot bash is upon us, and bill making stuff has demanded that the world make robots. So, do I stick with my ethics, or do I do whatever the hell Bill says? Guess I'm making a robot.
Bill provided this bot generator where you roll to randomly assign parts. The problem with trying to film this bit was I was always a little too enthusiastic in my rolling. Still, these are what I generated. Head is pilot, body is mouldy, arms are 4, legs are rocket, flavour is explorer. This is the first sketch I did to try and feel it out. I liked the idea that the pilot element of it was just that it liked to wear a 1920s pilot hat with binocular goggles even though it only has one eye. And because it has rockets for legs, it uses its 4 arms to walk sometimes.
Of course, what I eventually come up with will look nothing like this original sketch, because I drew it when I had no idea what trash I had lying around, and I didn't just want to make something out of polyclay.
So these are the things that I found. This half of a bauble thing, some tubes of different sizes, these caps to fruit smoothie things that could make good rockets. So then it was back to sketch up a version that was similar to what I came up with originally, but using the shapes of what I had lying around.
Warning. In this video you're going to see me do stuff.
Like cutting toward myself and having my fingers too close to the saw. Don't do this. I can grow my fingers back. You can't. I used a file on the plastic bits to help the glue and paint stick to them a little bit better. I did use polyclay for the arms, but that's really the only place I wanted to use it. For the eye, I wanted there to be a kind of mechanical eyelid thing. It keeps it robot-y while also humanising it a little bit. You'll notice I'm not sticking slavishly to my design. I think part of the fun is finding ways to make your idea work, even if you wind up changing how the final object comes out. It might come out bad, but it might also come out weirder, better. Oh yes, there will be those of you who will be appalled by my splodges of glue. but I thought some sploppiness will help me paint it to look more mouldy, but also giving the impression that this robot was not off a production line, but sort of cobbled together in the post-apocalypse.
Trust me, this is the least appalling thing I'll do this week.
I also made some pockets and a kind of radio with an antenna for his, I wanted to say big metal backpack, but it's just his body. It was at this point I realised that the polyclay shoulders I made just weren't going to fit neatly into the holes in the body as I planned, so I did the only reasonable thing, and butchered the hell out of them.
And sleep. There's no ads, just this. Although you can like and subscribe or go to my website and buy some nice t-shirts and stuff. But no ads. Just bunny surgery.
To painting. I undercoated him with a sort of rusty clay colour to help tone it, but I didn't film that because it's boring. As I said before, this should be a robot someone cobbled together, maybe using spare parts, but also the story I have in my brain is that this robot was left abandoned for a long time, and it found a collection of old 1920s or 30s pulp books, radio shows and movies, like Doc Savage and the Rocketeer. Yes, I know that's not the actual Rocketeer, but a drawing I did of Mr. Blobby as the Rocketeer. Anyway, it's consumed so much of that media that it's decided it will become a 1920s style explorer/adventurer, and has even redesignated itself B199L35, or Biggles.
That's Biggles, not Big Les. Actually, it might be Big Les.
I also found some leftover leather and made some 1920s pilot goggles, which Biggles riveted to his head. Also, any explorer needs maps, so I made a bunch of maps and stained them with a mixture of coffee and ink that I made from inky cap mushrooms. I did not draw the entire maps on them because nobody's ever going to see them. Not even Biggles. Here he is, in all his rocket-powered, four-armed, mould-coloured pulp adventurer exploring glory. He's a beautiful, weird robot. And you know the best part?
Zero AI used. Fuck AI.